big late autumn night. No better place to be than Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's CD, the Dolphins have got some high hopes for 2023. They feel like they've got the pieces to make a run. They need a little bit of help, but they think they can be right there in the AFC East.
And they'll want every game to be a track meet because speed is their calling card. If they're able to sprint out there ahead of people and make them chase, they'll be tough to reel in.
Meanwhile, the Titans last year, they were one of those strange statistical anomalies, CD. When you look at their defense, they were the best in football, number 1 overall against the run, but worst in the league, number 32 against the pass.
And part of the reason they were number 1 against the run, the struggles they had slowing people down through the air, so people threw it and threw it and threw it and had great success. And a team that should have been in the playoffs last year somehow managed to miss it.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here's Tua. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Kyle Phillips deep for Tennessee. "35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
As if this motivated young man needed an extra chip on his shoulder, he certainly got one more when he slipped to the second round of this year's draft. This, after he was discussed as a possible top 5 pick. As he likes to tell everyone, I've got a cannon for an arm, and I love to show it off.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one, they were just unable to complete the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Berrios. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now a 2nd and 6. Henry up the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
It's Monday night and we're ready to rock. Time to get all the hits.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Wiggles free. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Levis looking to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Berrios. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Mostert. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 to throw again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Right in for a Miami touchdown. Durham Smythe, 32 yards. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Levis. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 10. Working from the gun, here's Levis. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Levis back to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. A beautiful fake. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Levis to throw it. Incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Levis. He's got the hook up to Hopkins. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Let's do this, man. We got to be big time.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll throw it again with Levis. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Levis sets up to throw here. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry from 6 yards away. And the Titans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield? They're eligible too.
Fulk connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Tagovailoa completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Down a man, it's Berrios complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That swung out to Mostert. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Oh, some strong running. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. One final shot before the half. Here's Levis going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll take this to the 46.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Back to throw, it's Levis. Check down here for Henry. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is. Levis throwing for it on 4th. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the run.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And here comes Berrios. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Tua now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Levis on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, here's Henry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 72 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the night. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Levis and the Titans now down 17-14, 2:23 to play. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 1st and 10, here's Levis. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Now 2nd and 4. Levis, he'll look to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On third down, here comes Mostert. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense.
Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers could be open at any point running that route.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Down to an goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right, I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You better be ready to play.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more